Hello and welcome back. I'm Jamie Jones, your reporter for the Dark Side of the Storm news. This is the crazy side of the making of the Dark Side of the Storm. Today we are talking to members of the Fabulous Four: Hugh, played by Roby Hawes; Jodie, played by Lyp Wieler; Zack, played by Henry Sadler-Hill; and Maddie, played by Lucie Dow. And we're also talking to the writer of the song Memory, which is Ava Clarke.
Hi everybody, I'm Ava. I helped to write and record some demos of the songs in the show. Today I'm here to talk about one of my personal favourite songs in the show, Memory.
So tell me, Ava, how did you write Memory?
The writing process was difficult. Obviously we had already written 2019 at this point. Memory was the second song that we wrote. But even knowing that we'd written 2019, it was still difficult going into it because we had 2019 and we were going to branch our ideas off that, and then we had an idea of memory, remembering theatres, and that would be the plot of this particular song. And as soon as we started to write it, me and Roby started bouncing ideas off each other. And then we got to about halfway and we were thinking, this is going to be a show, a full-length show. And that's when we really started to realise that what we were creating was going to be a big thing. And was this song, I believe, was really the motivation for me to keep on writing the songs.
Cool. And how did you feel when you were writing Memory?
Whilst we were writing this song, I started to get quite emotional thinking about all the memories that I've had in theatres over the years, and being able to them into a song that was going to be actually performed by somebody is just so lovely to think about. It was just the most fun I'd had in ages, especially with all of this COVID and lockdown. It was really lovely to do it.
Oh, that's great. Why is Memory one of your favourite songs from the show?
This song means so much to me. Like I said before, it was the second song that we wrote and it was still feeling very surreal at that point. And it, like I said before again, it was just the point where we thought, this is something that's going to be very good, and it has turned out to be very good.
Tell me, Henry, do you think that the song hints to a secret relationship between Maddie and Zack?
I think Memory did make them come together a bit more than they did at the start of the show. That isn't the first time you see them, but it's only the second time, and they have a really strong relationship, and that carries on through the whole entire show. And I feel like Maddie does have a crush on Zack, and Zack has a crush on Maddie. They just don't want to tell their feelings to each other. They're too scared. Basically, if there was a second Dark Side of the Storm musical, that's when they'd probably go out and things like that. But for now, they're just really close friends.
Interesting. What about you, Lucie? Do you think that Maddie is worried for the future in this song?
I feel like Maddie is very upset because this is her whole dream and it's gone like that. Her whole dream is to be an actor. So I think I really tried to channel during this song the emotions, and I'm very big on like showing emotions while you're not singing, because that's like a big thing for me, because you want to make sure you're always in the present and always in character. And I feel like that's something she would be. She's a very overdramatic girl. She like knows and that's what I love about her. So yeah, definitely, because that's her whole dream just gone to waste, and she'd be so upset. So I definitely tried to channel it during Memory, with it being such an emotional song anyway, but with the context of the theatres closing. It's a very emotional song.
Nice. What about you, Lyp? What do you think is happening in Memory between Hugh and Jodie?
Okay, so this question really depends on which character's point you're looking for, but from my side, and this is totally just like an opinion, I really think there's a lot of tension going on I don't know, all of the characters in that song are just like really processing, because it's hard to process that a pandemic's happening when you're that age, or any age for that matter. So they're really just processing everything, and I've always thought of Jodie like as a lovebird who loves moving, like processing like everything's stopped now and she can't follow her dreams and she can't be like a teenager. But then like the question pops of Hugh just like saying I love you, and I feel like that's so relieving for both of the characters, because they had like a water bag, like a bunch of rocks in their bag, like with the tension going on. But that love is always very relieving and just helps a lot through the way. Yes, it is also hard work, but if you really love the person, it's easy. So I think at first there's like a lot of tension, but at the end they say, look, even if there's a pandemic, that's not going to stop us. Love is love, and that's it. Although they do wear masks. By that I do not mean that like we're gonna meet and do parties and everything enough, because that is not good. So message is love is love and wear a mask. That's it. And well, I hope I answered your question.
Interesting. And Roby, how do you think Hugh is feeling in this? I definitely think Hugh is just... This song is kind of like an emotional roller coaster for him, you know. He's feeling love, he's just feeling anxious, he's worried, like, what's going to happen in the future. Obviously, the next song they're going to sing is going to be 2019, Reprise, and they know that the virus is going to tear them apart, so he's worried. Honestly, he's upset because they were going to have such a good relationship, but he's happy because he's going to be safe and everything. It is honestly, that song for Hugh, I definitely think, is an emotional roller coaster. Well, that's all we have time for. I've been Jamie Jones. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to the Dark Side of the Storm musical YouTube.
Thank you so much for interviewing me, Roby, and I hope you all enjoy listening to Memory.
You are very welcome. Memory is coming out this Tuesday at 5 p.m, so make sure to watch.